Welcome to another episode. Gas Network presents Sports for the Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. Yes, sir. We are back. It's your favorite sports show in the world, the best sports show on the planet. Gas presents Sports for the Culture. I'm tonight's host at Bryce XXV Double I. As always, I'm joined by the dream team. I'm starting with my man, bottom left. Introduce yourself, brother.
It's your boys, Melo. I know I haven't seen you guys in a minute, but I just want to say that the Yankees are gonna win. They're looking great. Fuck the Rays. The Nationals ain't shit. You know, the Nationals ain't never gonna be shit again. And watch Juan Soto come to the Yankees come July.
Bro, why is my team catching strays for no reason, bro? That's all I want to know, bro. Like it was no reason for that, bro. You just decided to do it.
Because I'm a hater right now. I'm a hate. It's the hate convention.
It do be like that sometimes, but all right, man. Shout out to the Yankees though. Y'all might make a little run this year. We'll see. Y'all got a squad.
I swear to God, if they don't, bro, I'm gonna just cry. And put it back on here again with the Yankees logo on it.
It'll come down to the pitching, man. You better hope Rodon get healthy soon, my guy. You better hope he gets healthy real soon. Bottom right. Introduce yourself, sir.
you know who it is, your boy Young Rome 22, man. Shout out to all the loyal listeners and followers out there. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, that follow button. Man, let's get right to it, man. We got a lot to get into, man. These playing games, the Hawks. I'm trying to talk about them. Trae Young. I got something to say about that. So the whole trade scenario, like I'm gonna save it. We got one more introduction, but I got a lot to say about that.
Okay, yeah, Rome. See, when Rome gets spicy, the spice just be coming out in the intro. I like that, dog. Let's get to it, man. Top left, introduce yourself.
What up, man? It's Gruff Lion, Good Ass Sports. I just want to give a quick shout out to the two-time back-to-back scoring champion, Joel Embiid. You feel me? My guy handling his business. Soon to be the MVP, and probably, we can start this karmic shift, that's supposed to happen. So, yeah.
Man, karmic shift. It ain't no karma, bro. It ain't no karma. I don't want to hear no damn karmic shift about Joel Embiid, bro. But shout out to Embiid, man. He did
Feel me? Disrespect.
But I ain't finished. But nah, shout out to Joel Embiid though, because he did just get the second scoring champion in a row. And I do think I don't know.
First time it's ever been done by a center, by the way.
Yeah. That's a good point. Do you think at this point, Joel Embiid is automatic MVP? Are we that consensus amongst the panel?
No, I think ultimately you always have to be on alert for propaganda. So I'm always keeping my eyes open.
All right, hold on. Because I think Joel Embiid has officially surpassed Jokic. I feel like the one guy though, I can see them giving it to is Giannis. Giannis having a hell of a season this year, bro. Yeah. And Bucks have got the best record in the league, so I think that's the only competition. But for my money, I'm gonna give it to Embiid this year. I think he had enough moments. Bro. That game the other day where he had over half of Philly's points.
That was a big one.
That's a moment, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. Nah, I think Giannis is kind of snuck into the race in this. It's like ultimately like you're trying to find the hole in the credibility case for everybody involved. You know what I mean? But Giannis, Giannis makes a case, but I think Joel getting that scoring title seals it, in my opinion. But I think it'll be closer than it should be. And I'm always keeping my eyes open for any potential weird stuff going on. And the narratives are already surfaced about Giannis all of a sudden.
I don't know if it's MVP. I don't know if it's Giannis all of a sudden. Giannis has been having a nice season. His name's been in that MVP race. If he didn't get hurt, I would say he probably would have been the front runner. But, Joel's kind of fallen into it. But I would say that I would give it to Embiid too. But if Giannis wouldn't have got hurt, I think he would have probably ran away with it, for real. not
Yeah,
ran away
I
with
think
it, but at least as far as him and Embiid, I think there would have been a sizable gap.
a part of it, bro, is like the Embiid crowd been so loud for so long, and because Embiid did not deserve it last year, bro. But they were saying like, oh, Embiid should have had it. You feel me? But I think this year though, Jokic can't get it again. You have a 3-time MVP. Bro, that has nothing to do with MVP, bro. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. If you want to make it MVP can't get out the quarterfinals, then make it a whole year award and don't make it a regular season award. But as long as it's a regular season award, you gotta go to the most valuable player in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? And neither can Embiid. So both them dudes got to make it out of quarterfinals, man. We'll see. We'll see. But speaking of playoffs, let's get into it a little bit, man. Play-in started tonight. We already seen results from the Heat versus the Hawks. Shout out to the Hawks, man. They got it done. They wrapped up that 7th seed. Thoughts, man? Did y'all catch any of this game? We were talking about it before the air. We got into it about Trae Young. So before we do that, did y'all catch this game at all?
I
Caught a little bit at the beginning.
Oh, well, the beginning, I didn't see the beginning. I'm guessing it looked somewhat like the end.
Yep.
The Hawks kind of had control most of the game. Trae Young was doing his thing, but the Heat did go on their little runs. They just couldn't never capture enough momentum, which is strange considering they were the home team. The Hawks got something, bro. They brought in Quinn Snyder to kind of be the savior of this team, like mid-season, almost like they already had that trick up their sleeve. And it seems like he's got them playing good basketball, at least right now. That looked like good basketball to me for a lot of that game from the Hawks. What y'all think about Quinn Snyder, that mid-season addition?
I'm gonna speak on the Hawks real quick. I will say this: the Hawks have been the definition of a 500 basketball team for the duration of this season. They've 1-1, they went 2-2, 3-3, all the way up until 41-41, or whatever their record is now. So with that being said, I think they've had moments of success, but I don't think they've had enough to separate themselves from the pack. Now, if we're talking about this pack, this particular pack, which includes the Heat and, two teams that haven't played yet, which are worser teams, the Chicago Bulls being one of them. And I heard he's a Chicago Bulls fan. I heard him say something about Chicago Bulls all season. So
terrible.
they're obviously not very good. So
they should have went to the draft. Fucking bozos.
The Hawks have never done enough to me to separate themselves from the pack this season. And, this is a particularly, shitty pack. So they've done a good job of separating themselves. They are the best of this pack. But that doesn't mean they're actually a playoff threat. Especially not against the Celtics.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't see them making no noise against the Celtics. But it is interesting. And I think one of the more interesting cases about the Hawks is Trae Young. He seems to be a pretty polarizing player, bro. Like, he's one of those dudes you either love Trae Young or you not a fan. And I don't really hear a lot of middle ground on Trae Young for some reason, which is another reason why I kind of compare him to Steph Curry a little bit. I've always felt like Trae Young's game was patterned after Steph Curry. I feel like when Trae Young was probably coming up, high school into college was when Steph Curry was really becoming that dude. And I don't know, their games look very, very similar to me, especially how they kind of the pace they play at in the half court. But Trae Young possibly up for trade. I feel like a couple of y'all on this panel don't really like Trae Young as much as I do. What's the consensus on Trae Young, bro? Like, is this guy top 10, 15 player in the league, or are we talking about someone who could be compared to like his teammate Dejounte Murray?
Hey, you said top 15 earlier. I don't remember if it was live or if it was in the pre-show, but I'd be willing to argue top 10. I think Trae Young is definitely easily one of the top players in the league. I don't really see an argument against him being a top player, and he does seem to get a lot of hate, and I'm not too sure why. I don't know if that's for his game on the court though, because I think it's pretty undeniable.
Right.
No, but for me,
is Scruff talking?
I think Scruff, you muted.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, I think top 15 is pretty accurate because you figure, and I just said they're in the middle of the pack. There's 30 teams. He's the best player on this team. 15 puts them in the middle of the pack. Top 15.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, top 15 makes sense. To me, he's more like the playoff Donovan Mitchell, where regular season you don't really think too much about Trey Young, but come playoff, he goes nuts. Did it the last 2 years. He
Yeah,
always
the
has those
last 2
big
years, and
moments.
that and speaking of numbers,
Come
that's
playoff,
numbers,
playoff
right?
time
I
is Trey
mean,
Young.
and I think that's why I rock with Trey so hard, bro. I feel like Trey Young is tough to stop, bro. It's tough to stop Trey Young from getting 30 points if he decides that's what he's gonna do. And now he has another threat next to him, Deontay Murray, man. I said it earlier. I feel like they could be the next, Steph and Clay. Maybe not running off championships to that degree, but they're gonna be in the mix. They're gonna be in the mix.
I just don't think it's enough
I
to
don't know if
really
one of
make.
y'all. I don't know if one of y'all are playing with bubble wrap or what, man. But it's sound like one of y'all over there.
Yo, G, did you just cracked open a soda?
It's probably G because he over there in the utility closet.
He over there flipping the water bottle, seeing if he can balance it. Something funny's going on over there, man. I'm gonna need you to calm down, my boy. But all right, I guess a little more love for Trey Young than I expected. Scruff talking top 15. I guess I can see that. But I don't know though, because you have some 2 top 10 players on teams in a lot of instances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where's the top 15 get you though? It gets you right here in the play-in tournament, the best of the play-ins. But what are they going to do? Are they going to actually beat somebody? Like,
well, I mean, hey, let's not forget they beat y'all. All right, they beat y'all in the year where you told me y'all was going to win the championship. That's what they did. So I don't want to hear nothing about Trey Young, bro, from you. And I don't want to hear the Sixers be like, are they going to beat anybody? You know what? You're lucky they're not playing the Sixers again, because they might beat y'all again if they were.
They beat Ben Simmons. They didn't beat us.
Duh.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, we went to that game. I forgot we went to that game too.
Straight scapegoating that man.
That's right.
Somebody typing with a French manicure, man. No bug. I don't know what's going on over there with G. Told that boy stop getting his nails done so much, man. He ain't gonna have no nails left. All right, let's get it, man. Next playing game. Timberwolves and Lakers, bro.
Give me Lakers.
This is the one, bro.
Lakers by 17, you heard?
Oh, breezy. They said LeBron was putting the crown on his head for making it into the play-in. Wow.
That's fine.
He was like, well, let's get it. We out here, baby.
Nah. So I'll tell you what. The propaganda alert on this one, but I'm buying on this one a little bit. I'll tell you, I'm buying the front because they got all the right pieces going in there. I even seen a tweet on Twitter. They said the commissioner called them up. They say, all right, we gotta make Gobert punch his teammate, so we get the Lakers in the playoff.
Because Gobert, you could put Gobert up to some shit. He started COVID, so you can put the bug in Gobert's ear. They done got to him before.
I was already hip to Gobert. I always suspected Gobert. He's an agent.
Yeah, he a spy. Gobert's a spy. Gobert's
can't be trusted.
Gobert's on his what's my man Luka? What's that name? Yeah. That show? What's that Luka, bro? The joint he's watching?
What is it?
The joint where my man was like always disguising. It was on Netflix. It's like Lupin or something.
Lupin.
Yeah, Lupin. Gobert's on his Lupin shit, bro. He the NBA Lupin low key, bro.
Yeah, he definitely went over there and sabotaged the squad. He destroyed it internally. Then they took the pieces. It's a lot. It's a lot of collusion. Actually, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. After the Timberwolves team went to the Lakers, and then the Lakers started playing well.
Now I need answers though, bro. I need to know first who told Gobert to start COVID. I need to know that. And then I need to know who told Gobert to punch that man in the chest. Because you're not serious if you punch somebody in the chest.
Yo, Gobert to the Lakers confirmed next season, guaranteed.
I feel like unless you steal somebody, you go for a jaw shot. You're not serious. Like you hit him in the chest, like bro, you're not serious, bro. You're not really trying to hurt that man.
Yeah, he was just mad in the moment.
The narrative is. The narrative around the league is that Gobert is soft. So he like what Draymond said was he wasn't saying nothing. Kyle Anderson wasn't saying nothing that nobody didn't feel, but he went out and he said it, and Gobert had to defend himself. That's the narrative. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, I don't run with Draymond narratives, man. And Draymond, that dude, bro. I actually am a big Draymond Green fan, but I'm not a big Draymond Green narrative fan. You know what I'm saying? I do like his analysis here and there, but when he comes, he be coming up with them narratives sometimes. And I guess he got more insight than me, so maybe I should probably trust it more than you trust what's coming out of my mouth for real.
Hey, that comment about Rudy being French, throwing a punch and retreating, that was on point. that was on point. B is killing it with the comments.
That's pretty funny. So we going with the Lakers tonight, yo? Lakers Timberwolves.
Oh yeah, Lakers by large margin.
Yeah, but don't everybody.
Somebody by a large margin. This is gonna be a buzzer beater.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think the Timberwolves guys are feeling like the guys that are on the Lakers now. I think they're feeling a little personal, and they don't got nobody that's going to defend the cup. Anthony Davis about to go crazy, and Karl Anthony Towns. I don't want to blast my boy.
Anthony Davis about to go crazy.
His track record in. I'm not gonna say that. I'll say that his track record in big games, he's left me to be desired, more to be desired.
You know why? He just hasn't been in a lot of big games, bro.
Because he's soft.
Well, when they were in a playing game last year, that he got fouled out and he had minimal. He didn't have that many points.
I do remember that game. But yo, it's different, Scruff, when you're in a playing game versus like you got a 7-game.
Nah, man, stop making excuses. Right. That boy saw. He's soft.
He's gonna go off tonight.
That boy soft.
You know what? I'm taking the Timberwolves tonight, bro. Because one, I feel like this is why. One, I love Bron. I love AD, bro. But y'all, Ant Edwards is on some shit right now, bro. Ant is on some shit right now, bro.
Nah. The Lakers are on some shit right now. Lakers number one defensive team as far as the trade deadline. Correct?
They've been balling.
Yeah. Jared Vanderbilt playing extremely well. The whole team defensively is playing very well. So I think that they're gonna strap them. I think that I'll take the under too. I forget what the under was, but I'll take it.
All I'm saying is Ant's on some shit right now, and this might be his night, bro. This might be his moment.
Maybe. I don't think so though.
We'll see. I'm taking the Timberwolves, though. In fact, I'm going to look on the odds right now on FanDuel, see if I can catch them.
Oh, they're dogs. They're big dogs.
Bryce, you said LeBron put the crown on, right?
He put the crown on after he made the play-in, yeah.
And you taking the Timberwolves, man. How you going to disrespect the king?
Remember though, the play-in, bro, the loser of this game still can go to playoffs. I think Lakers still make the playoffs. I just think they lose tonight.
Nah. LeBron gonna go crazy tonight. LeBron is gonna go crazy tonight.
If the Lakers lose tonight, that would be great for the play-in ratings. So maybe you're on to something, because then that you might be on to something.
But I think no matter what, I think the Lakers will win tonight. But I think there'll be a bunch of, to quote Scruff, fraud propaganda going on tomorrow when everybody wakes up about how great the Lakers are and how they could go on a potential run in the playoffs. But I'm not buying any of that.
Well,
but I do think the Lakers win tonight. Are you buying some of that?
I actually do. I think the Western Conference is pretty wide open, in my personal opinion. I think actually it's a very unique conference where the 2 seed plays the 7 seed. I actually like the Lakers in that series potentially to beat the Grizzlies, because the Grizzlies is banged up right now. Another team that's banged up, especially on the interior. They got an injury with Sam Adams, and he's really important to their squad. And we know we like Jaren Jackson Jr., but he like to get in foul trouble very frequently. And he shouldn't be D'ing up against Anthony Davis and Rui Hachimura amongst them options that they got down there in the post. So they're gonna be having their hands full. I think the Lakers could beat them. I think there's gonna be 2 lower seeds in the West that will advance in the playoffs. That's gonna be the Lakers and the Warriors. That's my prediction.
Respectfully, how many 7-game series do we think Anthony Davis is gonna get through?
I don't know.
Where he plays every game.
Well, he got through enough to get to a chip, so I think that's possible.
Hey, the Warriors got a favorable ass matchup just because of the friggin'
The
inexperience.
Kings.
That's messed up, man. I hate the Warriors, bro. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
bro.
That's just
What?
assuming
They got the easiest one. They got the easiest one in the whole playoffs. Even the play-in teams. Wouldn't you rather see the Kings and the Lakers? The
yeah,
Warriors?
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could have ended up with anybody, and they finished in the perfect spot. Of course.
Well, that's a perfect situation. I think it's a good matchup because we got a team that's very inexperienced versus a team that has experience. So that's very much an upset alert.
I don't know because haven't been the Warriors been awful when they're playing away?
Yeah, they're 11. Yeah, they're 11-30 on the road. But here's the thing, though. G, they only got to win one road game to win the series.
Yeah. It's the same thing for San Francisco. Not San. I mean, the fucking Kings. Fuck.
Well, the Warriors are 33-8 at home, though. So I'll say that, and they're much more elite at home, and there's something to be said for that. So if they handle their business at home, win 3 games, all you gotta do is steal one on the road. You feel me?
Do y'all think this game will go under?
No, I think that game with the Kings.
Yeah, all the Kings do.
Yeah, I think those games go over because I think the Kings have a really, really, really good offense, bro. They've actually had probably damn I said the best offense in the league this year, bro.
Statistically,
I don't know how much y'all have watched them, but that shit runs very, very smoothly, and they have multiple guys that can give you 20 at the drop of a dime. Multiple guys that can give you 20, and I mean, it's hard to stay in front of Fox.
Yeah,
almost impossible. And
they're a lot like Golden State, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Sabonis is like Sabonis has a. I don't want to say. Well, Sabonis might be most improved player, which would be crazy considering how good he already was. But like,
I forgot that the Kings got him in a trade.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he wouldn't be most improved, but the way he's been the missing link to that team has been very impressive, bro. I mean, he's going crazy.
He was the most. I'll tell you what. He was the most underrated player. He was so underrated, in my opinion, Sabonis, because I remember he was also traded around the same time that Ben Simmons situation was going on, and I remember he went for, I think Halliburton was the asking price, and that wasn't good enough for Ben Simmons. Yep. I'll tell you, look, Halliburton looked like a star, and Sabonis looking like they he was undervalued. So, but even though he was traded for a star,
Sabonis looking like if this was base. You know how in baseball it's like a big thing to show people how like many MVP votes each person gets. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was an MVP voter, Sabonis would get a few votes from me this year.
He would get
I feel like traded. Yeah. And you know, I did say most improved. I meant to say MVP, but it's like not that he is the most valuable player in the league, but since he's been traded to Sacramento, he has changed that squad, bro. Like, and that is the mark of a good player to me. Indiana was good when he was there for a few years, and then he goes to Sacramento, and they're good. Like, okay, you are better than just your stats. I think that's the thing that gets missed with players sometimes. Like, we look at stats, we're like, oh, that he's averaging this, but how good is the team with you averaging this? You know what I mean? Would they be better off if you average less? That matters.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a fair point.
Yeah. So sticking with hoops for a minute, yo. Well, maybe we should touch some more play-ins real quick, yo. Last play-in is Bulls and Raptors. G, who you got for Bulls and Raptors? That's your squad, man.
See, I hate the Bulls because I wanted to get into a lottery this year, but then I found out that the French player isn't coming out this year.
That's not true.
It's coming out. That was April Fool's.
That was April Fool's. Fucking A, man. I said, fuck it. The Bulls. The Bulls win by 2 points.
All right. Who you got, bro?
Who cares? They both suck. They ain't gonna.
Yo, facts though. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd go with the Raptors based on the organizational. I bang with the Raptors organizational culture. So I'll vote for the culture.
You're giving an organizational win.
Yeah, I'm giving them an organizational win.
Ron, who you got, bro?
I'm taking the Raptors in that.
I like the Raptors too, Ron. I like the Raptors too. So I guess that's a 3-1.
3-1.
Only the Bulls fan chose the Bulls. It'd be like that.
I had to. I gotta ride the ship, even though it's fucking broke.
All right, man. Next topic, man. Real quick, yo. I heard this guy Colin Coward, who I'm not a fan of, but it came up.
You ain't talking about the Thunder game? You just overlooking the Thunder?
Yeah, y'all ain't give me no energy for the play-in, bro. I was about to move on. I asked you what the play-in was. You said your answer was literally, "Who cares? They both suck." I'm not playing games, bro.
I'm about to say. I will say that I think the Thunder might upset the. I hope the Thunder upset the Pelicans. Let me just close out with that.
I feel there's a chance of that too. But once you told me who cares, they both suck, I was like, all right, this is the last playing game we touching. We out.
Well, I will also say that the organizational culture of the Thunder is excellent. Might I say they're the fact that the Thunder are in the play-in is and I'll add this. This is going to be a piggyback maybe to another different conversation. But the reason the Thunder are good is the reason the Mavs are not good. And it's because they're actually building, their roster developing, they're building, drafting. Those players in Oklahoma City have the opportunity to be their best selves.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening in Dallas, besides for Luka.
Yeah, that's true, man. You can't cater to one guy too much, right? But it's like you also have to have a guy to cater to. And don't get me wrong, I think Shea has emerged as that dude now. But he just emerged as that dude. You know, Luka's been that dude for a little minute now. And once you've been that dude for a minute, the organization begins to pander to you. And we'll see if Shea gets to the point where OKC starts pandering to him, or if they feel like they have so much talent, he's just another guy they can let walk and, you know, flip him into more picks too, and just keep building and building and building until they got the ultimate product.
The crazy thing is, though, they had 3 guys that we could say were easily top 10, 15 players in the league. And they shipped them all, or they shipped them all, but they said, all right, you know, we don't chase them, we replace them. They just went and got another bunch, and we'll see what happens with Chet Holmgren. Obviously, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is one great player, and the rest of them other guys, Jaden Williams, the 2 of them, they got 2 of them. They got 2 Jaden Williams, and they both ball.
And they got Jock too, my boy from France. What's his? He's got like a hyphenated last name. It's damn. They got that boy from France. It's about to be a problem. He like 7 foot. He like a Giannis low key. He about to be a problem.
He's talking about. Oh, I know he's what you're talking about. He a project joint.
Yeah, he about to be a problem though. They got pieces over there, man. And every time you look up, it feels like another one of them has a good game.
Another piece. Organizational flop versus great success. Isaiah Joe. Another guy, another reason I'll be critical of my own team, the Sixers. We don't do no roster development. We don't develop our bench. Doc Rivers doesn't do that. I don't know if it's Doc. I don't know if it's the Sixers. I don't get it. But this guy Isaiah Joe was on our roster just chilling, nailing every 3 that he could. Never gave him a shot. And then he goes to OKC. He got some shine. This man might be the best 3-point shooter in the league.
But you also don't have time on good teams to let dudes develop, bro. That's the problem. We need dudes that can do it right now, bro. There's no balance to that for real. And I wish there was, but if I don't know, man. We live in that society where people want that greatness right now. So I'm with you though. I wish there was more time to develop players, but this isn't. But let's keep it pushing off the plan for now, man. Let's move on real quick, yo. So like I said, Colin Coward had a crazy statement where he said Luka Doncic is turning into Melo. And I was like, it was crazy because I'm like, what is he trying to say? Because like to people like me, Melo is an all-time great, bro. So I'm like what is that you're trying to say? You know what I mean? And I want to get you guys' take, man, on Luka Doncic versus prime Melo and where we feel like that comparison lies. Because that's a comparison people are making online, man. So what y'all think about that, bro? Luka versus Melo. Rome, who you taking?
Look, when we first said we was going to talk about this, I was like, yo, Melo. I didn't even think it was like that close because when I first guessed it, but I mean, after further thought, the gap is closer than I originally would have said, but it's still mellow. Like it's still mellow, and maybe we're getting up there in age. Maybe the basketball we grew up on is becoming the quote unquote old school basketball now. But I, maybe by the end of his career, I might say something different. But right now, for me, is mellow in his prime, and it's kind of close.
Yeah. Yeah, I agreed. And they're saying this whole narrative is Luka will become like Melo. And like, what are you trying to say? Like what is like Melo supposed to mean? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to say?
I can translate. I can translate.
Melo has never won a chip.
Yeah, so I think that's what he's trying to say. I think what he's really trying to say is Melo and he was kind of critical of Melo. You know this guy long enough to keep up with what he's talking about. He was critical of Melo back a long time ago as kind of a guy that played good basketball, but say that they wasn't playing winning basketball. And essentially, that's what he's saying about Luka. He's going to put up good numbers. It's going to be pretty. You're going to sell tickets, but you're not going to win when it really matters.
I never felt that way about Melo personally. I mean, he never won the big one, but like I think that just kind of like goes to show how hard it is to win. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to win a chip, and people think it's like an easy thing to do because especially when everyone comes up. But Melo never teamed up.
I don't think Melo's the right comparison. If I was going to compare him to anybody, I'd compare him to Harden. I say what he's doing now is more comparable. Luka's comparable to Harden in the fact that when Harden was playing at his all-time best, putting them crazy numbers, putting the whole team on his back, it was great. It was numbers-wise, but was it sustainable enough for them to win? Ultimately, no. And now he's in a situation where he has to play a supporting role, and maybe that's what Luka's going to have to do. That's what the real question is because can you win like that?
I like that comparison, though. I ain't going to hold you. That Harden to Luka comparison definitely fits a little more. Like Harden when he was running.
Yeah.
And if you make that comparison, you're going to come to find out that Harden's way better than Luka. You know what I'm saying? Because Harden did way more than Luka did. And Luka did have that run that was last year. They went on that run, right?
Last year, 2 years ago, I don't recall. Last year.
Yeah, last year. So I don't want to take that away from him, bro. I don't want to take that away from him. But damn, man, James Harden did a whole lot with the Rockets, dog. Whole lot.
Melo won the MVP?
Nah.
I don't think they ever gave Melo one, no.
Nah.
So he made the accurate one because fucking Luka never won MVP neither.
But Melo deserved one for that next year.
Man, but that's what I wanted to ask. So what prime Melo you talking about? When he was with the Nuggets or like when he was in the first couple of years when he was the Knicks?
That's tough. It's like two different Melos. That low key is like how Kobe, it was like how it was two different Kobes. Bruh, Nuggets Melo to Knicks Melo was like two totally different players. They was both dogs, bruh. They were both dogs.
The Knicks never really stood a chance in the East.
What the hell? What are you talking about? They was finishing first every year, bruh.
No, they weren't.
But they didn't advance.
They were like first, second with D'Antoni. They was going on crazy runs. Melo and Amari Stoudemire.
I remember they had spurts where they was good, but I don't remember them being like advancing in the playoffs.
Yeah, because remember Melo did it.
Advancing in the playoffs, bro.
Only one time.
Maybe like
they got bounced out the play. They got bounced out the first round. Then they made it one time with Melo through the second round.
They had maybe just about as much playoff success as the Sixers currently have with Embiid and this crew, which means like they've been doing a little something, but they wasn't really doing that.
They've had that level. It's been that level. It's definitely been that level.
Yeah, it's the mid-level break. You can't get past that second round. That's when that same thing with the Raptors a couple years ago.
They did make the Eastern Conference semis though. They were 54-28.
Okay,
I think that may have been the best record in the league that year.
Mm-hmm. That's a big letdown though. 58 wins and then losing in the second round. Who they lose to?
Yes, they did have they lost to. Let's see. Doesn't show me.
What else? Must have been somebody good.
Yeah, it must have. I don't know. I can't see it.
The Pacers.
What year was that?
Nah, it was 20. Okay, they won the Eastern Conference round. They lost to the Pacers. Yeah, you're right. Oh, so that was when the Pacers had that little squad with Paul George, Roy Hibbert.
Yeah, I remember that year.
That point guard was a dog. They had a
little.
They had Rodney Stuckey. They had somebody else too.
But that's what I'm saying. That comparison made sense. It's like, all right, it's like Luka's gonna give you these world performances. He's gonna sell tickets. He's gonna be in the conversation for MVP, but he won't win the MVP. But he's most likely to win you a scoring champion that year, and that's about it.
Well, there was a point in the season where he was the favorite, odds-wise, to win the MVP.
Yes, in the start, come October, November, and then
in the first 30
after
games,
November. Yeah, after November, no one talked about Luka as MVP. It switched to the conversation when it was Jason Tatum. Then it went back to Embiid, Jokic, and Giannis.
Yo, it might be Luka's conditioning, bro. Why that man fall off like that? He came in looking fat this year. I remember when we were talking.
I don't think it's his conditioning. I think that I don't think they got the right pieces around them. One, I don't think it's just the pieces. I don't think the right culture. I don't think it's a culture, pieces. They not building. The reason Dallas, I can't name one player on Dallas roster that they drafted that was successful besides Luka Doncic and then Jalen Brunson, who they actually did draft. I can't think of nobody that they drafted that actually is good.
But you don't get the draft guy.
They're not building and developing.
You don't get the draft guys if you don't suck though. That's the problem in the NBA.
Tell that to the Warriors. The only high draft pick that they had.
The Warriors sucked.
Yeah, and they got Wiseman, and what they do with it? Nothing.
They read up that year. They sucked though.
The rest of them guys was like mid round picks, late round picks. Jordan Poole was picked in like the 20s or 30s. Picked 28 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't drafted well. It's definitely a fact. Well, Jalen Brunson.
They haven't drafted at all. They're out here trying to go star hunting. They went and traded.
They got my man Hardy last year, so we'll see if he ends up being anything. I do rock with Jaden Hardy.
I do bang with him actually. We'll see. It's not enough though.
Yeah, but let's keep it pushing, man. Real quick, man. I know y'all are paying attention to the internet right now, and just saying, man, y'all might have some aunties, some big cousins. I pray that's as close as it gets. But they might be in this upcoming documentary, fellas. So I'm talking about the Freaknik, man. Everybody's talking about this new documentary. I believe it's coming to Hulu, and it's just wild, bro. It's just wild that it's wild that it's a documentary. Like, why can't we just leave that where it was at, yo? Like, why they trying to document? Why they trying to run this back? I don't get that part. Two, it's kind of hilarious to see online, like people saying things like, I asked my mom if she ever go to Freaknik, and she said she can't remember. It's just wild, man. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this upcoming Freaknik documentary? Will you guys be tuning in? Ron, I'm starting with you, man.
I mean, I might check it out when I have the time. I might as well. I pay for Hulu, so why not, right? But I don't think it's going to tell me anything that I don't already know about Freaknik. You used to hear all kinds of stories, see all kinds of videos on the internet as it is. So I don't think it's going to be nothing groundbreaking. And I wouldn't judge your aunts and aunties too bad, man. I mean, you got to think about it. We're all adults now. Y'all know what the hell y'all be doing on vacation. Everybody out there listening, you know what goes down when you're out there partying and living the life. And the sad reality is, before you were doing it, mom and dad was doing it too. That's how you got here. So if you if you think they might be on Hulu in this upcoming documentary, hopefully they're not the focal point of said documentary. And they're only in a couple scenes, or maybe it's only them in the back or something, but yeah, if they get noticed, if they get called out, if you're watching it with your homies and they're like, that looks like Miss Johnson right there, I recognize that tattoo, then I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you, my man. But hey, tis life.
Scruff, are you tuning in, man?
I don't know. I know this though. I know that that there's people within the demographic between 40, 44, and 60 that they probably unsubscribing to Hulu right now just to cover their own tracks. Because somebody gonna get caught up in this situation. I seen something on Twitter. They were like, "Can you please take that down? That's my mom." Like, oh, stop. It was like a cop. It was crazy, man. It was a cop and the chick. So it was wild. It's pretty wild stuff, man. But I mean, it did happen. So you know how the culture is. It didn't happen. They're gonna try and make a documentary out of it. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, they didn't make it a motion picture. At least it was just a documentary. So but it's gonna be very interesting.
You know what the Hulu documentary for our generation will be the OnlyFans generation of that. That was my
Oh
mama.
Yeah,
shit.
like what would you rather
That's
do?
wow.
See your mom on Freaknik or see your mom on OnlyFans, bro? Give
Yo,
me
Freaknik. Because at least I know my mother was a sucking, you know what I mean? Or getting piped out, you know what I mean? Pause and all this. Freaknik, mom was just throwing it back and twerking. Probably show a little breastises. OnlyFans, sons and daughters, y'all gotta be sick. Your mother's getting piped out. You don't even know if your mother likes, you know what I mean? Pause and all of this. Like, yo, that's wild. Yo, damn word. I feel bad for you pandemic babies. Y'all gonna find out y'all came from, yeah, they made you on a OnlyFans. Your mother gonna charge you $5.99 to watch that video. That's wild. That's wild. She said subscribe and follow. Hey yo, son. Now I feel like a whore. Yeah, I know Rome feel like a whore every time he says that now. I see why you're a professional. My man Rome got his OnlyFans page. He said subscribe,
that's gonna be the name of the documentary. G, subscribe and follow.
Yo, no cap.
Documentary.
Nah, but
that's wild.
You make a good point though, bro. Like the OnlyFans, man, that's it's tough to explain that to a 13-year-old in 8th grade, man. The whole class finds out.
Nah, you put it in a good position. Like it makes Freaknik look not that bad. I mean, that's the culture that we in. I guess you figure it's like, all right, well, that's a one-off versus this is your full-time job and how you make an income. You know what I'm saying? So,
mama, whole porn star off in the back of the house.
So I feel like I'm starting to understand how deep feel about this. You not supporting the OnlyFans ladies, man. You not feeling it?
Nah. I go to Reddit. You heard?
So G, you meet a chick, you feeling her, she cool, bro. She tell you, look, I got OnlyFans. Like you not rocking? You done?
It depends what kind of material she made. She made some off the wall shit. Yeah, I can't fuck with her. Bitch, you crazy? I'm gonna show you to my mama. I know she got some nosy ass friends.
So what you mean? What you mean? She's got doing it regular style. And you cool with it now? What you mean, bro? Like it just can't be no crazy material. So as long as
it just can't. And she can't have two Yamis. She can't be having two Yamis. Only Yamis. Like, nah, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, one Yami cool with you.
All right, whatever Yami. But she got two Yami. You crazy? Y'all wild. Like, how you gonna take that to your mama? Your own little cousin gonna tap you in the shoulder. He like, yo, dog. Like, I subscribed last week. I'm like, wait, what?
Hey, but all right, let me throw it to you like this, then, Brad. Like, what if she's getting a big bag out of it though? Because there's some girls out here that are making a big bag off of it. Like,
then you bust that up, my nigga.
Whole time your little cousin's contributing to the bag.
Son, y'all act like money is everything. Like I ain't about to, man. What? I got integrity. I ain't about to sell my soul to the devil for no bag. Y'all crazy.
To the devil, though?
Y'all crazy. Yeah, I know y'all heard all money, good money.
Those are G's
y'all
stats and opinions.
Y'all bugging. Like how you gonna explain that to your friends and family? Like, yo, she got the Yamins all over her. Like not just one, but more than one. Like I mean, like let's go. How you gonna take her around? You gonna have everybody tapping you on your shoulder? Like, I know that wasn't you piping her out. I'm like, what? I'm crazy. I can't do that. Y'all bugging. Y'all wow.
G not going. Scrub, how you feel about this situation, bro?
What are you talking about? We still talking about Freaknik, or we talking about old? We talking about
Yeah,
something
send it to the
different now?
OnlyFans, man. OnlyFans. How do you feel about this, bro?
I feel as though G's understanding of what he thinks on there is not exactly what's on there. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
let him know what's on there, my boy.
Wait, what's on there? Hey, yo.
Not what you was talking about. Not what you
I
was talking
suppose I suppose there's stuff like that on there, but I imagine for the most part it's a lot of teasing going on.
Okay.
Hey, he said, I suppose. That nigga capping.
That's not what you think it is.
Hey, that nigga capping. He said, I suppose, sir. It's not what you think it is.
My guess is.
That boy, hey, I know that boy paid that $5.99 subscription fee, yo. He capping. My boy capping. Because I paid it one time. I ain't gonna hold you. I paid that shit one time. And like what you said, it was just a tease. I was like, yo, this is wild. Like, let me get my money back. Like, you crazy.
Oh, okay. So that was your experience too, then, huh?
Ah, you see? You see? My boy Cat. My boy, yo, I ain't gonna ride with you. Hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo, I know Bryce put it on his business card.
Nah,
he ain't gonna say that.
Remember when dude was in the club and like it was like 40-year-old version or one of them type movies? He was dancing with the chick and he had a little blood stain on him, and he looked over and his man had one too. He looked over, his man had one too. That's what Scruff and Gerardo just did. Low-key.
Hey yo, that's foul. That's foul.
We in this together, dog.
Remember that. He said y'all period brothers. Fuck out of here. You bugging. Fuck out my face. Stickers real wild disrespectful. You wicked as hell, son. That's wild wicked.
One thing
ain't no. Yeah, but we never. Yeah, I'll be damned if a shorty let her period stain on my jeans. Like, yo, that's crazy. That's worse than buying the OnlyFans page. Agreed. You imagine walking with that musk on your leg? You wild.
So you'll pay for
the OnlyFans.
You'll pay for a shorty OnlyFans page, but you won't date a shorty with an OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's not my story.
Rome exposing the hypocrisy.
Listen. It was cheaper. It's cheaper those $5.99. At least with those $5.99, I got the period that I wanted. You feel me? I got the free. I got the free play.
G be like, yo, if I date you, your shit got to go to $8.99.
You feel me? I gotta get a cut. You gotta charge the fee. You need to get paid.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Not today's price, you heard? She gotta know.
Hey, yo, G trying to become an OnlyFans pimp out here, man.
No, that's called human trafficking now. I'm straight.
He said, yo, wow. We gotta up that fee. Wow, man. Wow. Hey, man, that's hilarious, though. All right, next topic, yo. Odell Beckham Jr., man, on the Ravens. Fellas, how we feeling about this, brother? Two questions. First, does Odell to the Ravens, is this going to work? And my second question is, does this mean Lamar is returning? So let's hear, starting with Scruff. Let's get it.
I'm optimistic about this move because players talk. And clearly no one's talking to Lamar. Maybe the other teams aren't talking to Lamar. He's the one. He's the agent. He's the only person that's going. The words are going to get out. So he's conducting his affairs, and clearly he had communication with Odell Beckham Jr. It seems as though the expectation is that he's going to be the quarterback for the Ravens next season. So that's a good sign. I think it's all negotiation tactics when you're looking at the Lamar Jackson situation. Whatever he's doing, he's going to do it his way, and I think that's what's going on. It's negotiation tactics on both sides. So I think it's a good sign that he will be back. The question is, what's going to be the agreement? You know what I'm saying? So I do think things are going to work themselves out. I think it's going to be one of them situations that we've seen this in the past where things get pretty ugly in the negotiation process, and then ultimately, once the contract signs, everything's all good. It was pretty ugly with Aaron Rodgers last year too. And the year before that, and, a couple other quarterbacks in the past have been in the similar situations. So, I think everything's all good. Also. Lamar's never not shown up for work. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't say anything about the guy because he ultimately every year he has shown up for work, even the fact that he was underpaid.
But does that mean Odell Beckham is going to work with Lamar? And if he comes back, is Odell Beckham Jr. enough of a receiving threat, does that give them enough receiving weapons to get the job done? Because we said it, bro. They haven't gotten weapons. Now they get them Odell. That's a big name. Does this count as weapons? Does this qualify?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best thing you can do, but it's like pretty solid. I'd say as far as talent perspective, he's the most talented receiver that he's ever had the chance to work with. So I do think that is an upgrade. But he is coming off an injury the last season. He does have a lot to prove. Also, it's not a high volume passing offense, but I do think that he does have a formidable set of weapons. I think if Lamar Jackson came back next season, he would have the best group of weapons that he's ever had.
Yeah, good point.
With the Baltimore Ravens.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I think Odell, it kind of instantly makes that the best one he's ever had, right? Just adding Odell in there with the guys he has. So, and then
he still has Bateman, and he still has Duvernay. Plus the tight ends.
And don't forget, they still got the draft to come, right? So there's a chance for them to upgrade even more depending on what happens, with Lamar's contract situation. That's an interesting point. G, I saw you shaking your head when Scruff was saying they upgraded with OBJ. You feel different?
Yeah, because it's still a second receiver. Like I put him in a caliber of Mark Andrews. Like you still got a number two. You still don't have a number one guy. Like Odell Beckham, you said it yourself, he's coming off an injury, so it's like, is he even faster than the tight end by a slow margin? Like between him and Bateman, who's gonna get open first? Like, you know what I mean? Like Odell Beckham isn't the Odell Beckham. Like Odell Beckham flourished when there was a number one with him. We seen it when he had Cooper Kupp.
He didn't struggle. He was on the way to being Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing because of Cooper Kupp when he wasn't the number one option. Odell Beckham was a perfect second option when there was a number one guy in front of him. And this late in his career. And all I think with this signing with Odell Beckham, the Ravens just secure him to play underneath the franchise tag for this 1 year. It's not like he's gonna sign a big contract. He's like, I'll come back. He's like, what you say? This man loves football that he wants to play.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like okay, it's a 1 year deal, so I agree. I think the debate is for him to sign the 1 year deal, and hopefully they can work something out after that.
Yeah, because all of it is a 1 year deal with Odell Beckham, 18 mil. So you're already taking money out what you got to give this guy. So it's like, all right, all you did is just sign him to get it for the franchise tag. That's it.
Okay, so what they did.
It's just a Lamar Jackson convincer. Maybe like they asked Lamar, "Hey, who do you want?" He was like, "Get me Odell." You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Ron. What do you think about this Odell Beckham to the Ravens, man? You buying it? You selling it?
Look, so I'll buy it, but I'm buying it for a 1 year deal, kind of what Scruff was saying, right? Like, I think it's a good sign that for Ravens fans at least, that Lamar will be back, but I don't see this as a good sign like long term. I see this as a more of a short term good sign. Will Lamar come back? This makes you feel like he'll come back for a year. It's still very up in the air though, because you got to remember the last thing we heard from Lamar Jackson that he said himself from his own tweet, his own Twitter page, was that he requested a trade. So I mean, he requested a trade. Now the Ravens are signing Odell, giving up 1 year, $15 million guaranteed or whatever. That seems a little desperate on the Ravens' part, if you ask me. That seems like the Ravens are like, oh man, we got to do what we can to at least get Lamar in for this year, and at the very least put all our chips on the table for this year. So that seems like what to me what the Ravens' game plan is going to be. Will Lamar quote unquote take the bait? I mean, it's a hell of a bait. We all know that him and Odell are close friends. We saw the IG post that they had and all that. I think they were in Club Live recently. So I mean, hey, it's a hell of a move by the Ravens. Will it work for a 1 year deal? Probably, but the Ravens fans, I would say, enjoy this next season with Lamar because it may be the last.
They got a shot. I think they got a shot. I think the Todd Monken offense, we'll see how it looks.
Damn.
Oh, and then as far as it goes on the field, that's a whole nother thing, man. I didn't want to get into it too much. We could wait until later, closer to the season, but I don't know how much that's going to work out, man. Like G was saying, like Odell, Odell at this age, at this stage in his career, everyone wants to say, "Oh, he was so close to winning an MVP in the Super Bowl." Yeah, he was playing with Cooper Cup, who was having like the greatest season of any receiver statistically ever. So, I mean, like, come on now, like Odell is past his prime. Uh, Lamar's never had a solid weapon. Is that Odell? They both are gonna have a lot to prove going into 2023.
Honestly, I'm surprised y'all both negative and not buying on this at all. But I'll tell you what, I do think that it'll be successful. But ultimately, I think what we define as success may be different. But I do think it'll be a good move for them. I don't know how. I think it'll be really good.
Like good? You think 1,000-yard season good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think they go. I think he goes for 1,000, and I think Bateman might be close to 1,000 if he can stay on the field. Bateman would have got 1,000 this year if he stayed on the field.
If Lamar, I'm sorry, if Odell can come in and give him 1,000-yard season, I'm talking about not like he hit 1,000 on the nose. You feel me? Not like 1,000 on the dot, but I'm talking about like 1,200, 1,100, 1,200 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1,250, 1,300. That means Lamar Jackson was probably on the MVP level. For real, for real.
Well, he was on the MVP level just last season for the first maybe six games.
Facts. And if that man comes out on the MVP level again and they only sign him to a 1-year deal, he's gonna end up breaking the bank. So I think this move could really help.
If they want Odell to go for 1,000 yards plus, they're gonna have to get real creative and find ways to get him one-on-one consistently. Because there's no weapons out there to really. Let's say Odell starts cooking, you're gonna double team him, and then you're gonna have to figure out ways to get the double team off of him. So
this is gonna be a
it's an
different
uphill
offense.
battle.
I think a lot of people are thinking like insert Odell Beckham in the offense they had last season, and I don't think that's what we're gonna see. I'm going to give a little credit to the offensive coordinator and the fact that he's going to do something different.
I think it'll be different, but I think the way that you attack that is going to be the same based off the weapons that they're going to have out there. Again, we still got the draft and there's more free agency left, but right now if you want Odell to look like the Odell that we saw in the Rams, you have to make sure he's in one-on-one situations and man coverage. Now you could easily get people. I don't know. You're not going to get people playing man against Lamar. So
I think the thing about
Munkin's got a job.
I think Odell's perfect for a guy like Lamar because it's a situation where he could run really simple routes and really make the most out of them. I think you hit Odell on a regular old slant, bro. Hit him on a slant. Hit him on short and medium routes. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Bateman, who's a threat to go long. So if you got some eyes on Odell, that opens things up for Bateman, who they thought was their number one. Just last season. They went into the whole last season with Bateman as their number one receiver. So in their eyes, Bateman's a number one. He's a developing one, is what they see him as. So they bring in Odell Beckham. They could think he could be a 1, he could be a 2, he could be whatever we need him to be, and they're going to pay him at that level, $15 million for the year. Boom. They got a good offense. Plus, the tight ends are always going to be. I mean, we'll see how the tight ends play. I don't know. The offense might be a little bit different, but the tight ends are going to be a factor as well.
Oh yeah.
And also, Lamar is the type of quarterback that he's going to move, he's going to get out of the pocket, he's going to scramble, and then he's going to make plays down the field, right? Odell's the kind of guy where if coverage breaks, it could get very interesting between those two. I can see those two having good chemistry together, especially if they've already been practicing.
And that's where they'll be dangerous, yeah.
That's a good point because that's where Odell hurts you the most, bro, is when shit breaks down and that man just goes and does his own thing. And you know what? You mentioned they tight ends too, bro. I think the Ravens got the best tight end room in the league. I think that's not even close, bro. With Andrews. Y'all remember when they got Likely, I was like, yo, Likely going to end up better than Andrews. I think I said like a year or two, so I might be a little off on that, but it's still coming. That boy Likely about to be, he going to end up being a top 10 tight end, emerging the same way kind of like Darren Waller did that 1 year. They can keep both of those tight ends, Odell, Bateman, Duvernay in the slot. It's a little squad, bro.
Mm-hmm. I think they got a shot.
Yeah, I think you might be right. So now they just got to try to get Lamar back. And you know they're going to add a receiver in the draft too. You know they're going – although it's a weak receiver draft, I can see them trying to grab Quentin Johnson from TCU. That's the last thing they need for real, that big body receiver. They got everything else.
See, I don't know if they'll go receiver again. I don't think they're that committed. I don't know if they're that committed, but we'll see,
bro. Because they're going offense. They're going something for Lamar. They're doing something. If they want to keep Lamar, they're doing something for Lamar in the first round, bro.
I think it might be smart for them to go running back because they were at their best when they had strong running back. And to be honest, J.K. Dobbins hasn't been able to stay on the field like that.
Or Gus Edwards, both of them.
Or any of them cats, man. All them cats is high mid.
They always find a way to run the ball though with a running back. But
yeah, because one of them will get hurt for the first 6 weeks, and they replace him with the other. He get hurt 2 weeks and replace him.
You pick the running back up on the waiver wire, you good. You got to get a Ravens running back on the waiver wire.
Yeah. When it got we picked up a back like Gibbs,
or even if they went crazy and went Bijan Robinson, oh man, that'd be tough.
Yeah, that would be
there
tough.
You go. I mean, but is he gonna fall that down in the draft, B.J. Robinson? I don't think so.
Sometimes you got.
I don't know. You really don't know with those.
Sometimes you got to move up. But I like that, man. I didn't even honestly, I didn't think about that angle. I'm still thinking about that angle with OBJ and Lamar scrambling out of the pocket, hitting that man on some bullshit all the way across the other side of the field, and him just going crazy with the ball, bro.
Yeah, that'll be what they'll be most dangerous at for sure.
That's what was so dangerous with the Eagles this season with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? And they had that rapport. I could see that being a similar situation, and it could be possibly like worse. You know, like meaning more dangerous. Let's not forget how good Odell Beckham was. And G, I don't know. Don't forget he wasn't your pride and joy and the reason you got out of bed on most Sundays.
Pause. Hell no. It was Eli Manning. It was Eli Manning.
You were loving Odell, bro. I remember.
Bro, don't. Hey, G, you can't say it was Eli Manning and then say you don't love Odell in the same sentence.
I didn't love him. Odell, I'm just saying Eli was
Odell
my man.
added like 3-4 years on his career, bro.
So
he added like 3 years on Eli's career.
Talking about my goat. You're talking about my goat.
I'm gonna just ask 2 questions. So, do you true or false? Did you own a Odell Beckham jersey?
False.
True.
Okay. True.
I'm alive, this motherfucker. I don't know what you're talking about.
Was you not hurt?
This is Persia. This is Persia.
Maybe 2 years.
This is Persia. This is Persia. I was never hurt. Fuck, I cried over a man. You bugging.
You was mad as hell. You was about to.
Nobody even said you cried, bro. Yeah, nobody said I was
hurt. He said I was hurt. That's the only time I cry, when I'm hurt. I'm crying.
He was pretty mad at Gettleman.
I never felt tears of joy.
Yeah.
I never felt tears of joy either. You heard? I don't even know what that means. That's a foreign language to me. That's a foreign tongue. Pause. It's crazy.
Wow, boy, G.
Hey, we're not gonna have that foreign tongue topic on the show though. The Dalai Lama.
I don't know what you're talking about. Pause.
Man,
wow. Pause. Now you crazy. This is very wicked. What are you talking about? You crazy.
I wasn't bring it up wrong, but yo, Dalai Lama. Hey, bro, I don't even got nothing to say about that, bro. Honestly.
Chill. See, I ain't gonna talk about another man's religion because they're gonna come bomb and shit. They're gonna start. Nah, you bugging. See, Nick already trying to get canceled. Now you trying to get canceled. Y'all, you get chipping.
You the one said foreign tongue.
Do documentary, right? Well,
wild time.
That's wild, yo. That's wild. I don't know, man. I stay away from people with religion, and that's what the into that. That's crazy.
Hilarious. Hey, well, good stuff tonight, fellas, man. We're going to go ahead and wind it down. Looks like the Timberwolves are up on the Lakers right now. So your boy might have a little cash out on the good FanDuel tonight. Nothing crazy, but I put a couple bucks on there.
We're in the like second quarter.
Get that cash out before you go to bed because they're going to lose.
First of all, fuck you. Second of all, I did check that cash out, and they only trying to give me $5.50. I only bet $4 on it. You know, I stay small on shit I'm not confident in. You feel
Take your $5.50 and go to bed with
exactly.
I want that 15. I want them 15 buckaroos, man.
Yeah. Sadly, the Lakers will win this game. You were gonna be disappointed. So sorry to hear that.
Would you like to have a $4 bet as well, sir? I'll take FanDuel's money. I'll take FanDuel's money twice.
Nah, but I might go place a live bet on the Gambit.
The Gambit. The worst app in the history of apps. The Gambit.
Hey, whatever, bro. I'm in the district. This is what we doing over here.
Are you serious?
It's the only app that works in DC. So
I hate Gambit, bro. Nah, you can use other apps in DC. You just got to ride to the stadium.
bro, ain't nobody doing that.
I done did it multiple times.
Yo, my boy,
More times I can count, bro.
my boy has a gambling habit.
I hate going to that side of town. It's annoying.
Nah, I live far as hell from there, but I did it because it's before they even had betting in Maryland, and I wanted to get my bets off. So I used to ride.
To me, if I gotta do that, I'm not betting.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I guess you never made a trip. I guess you never made a trip to a casino.
I have.
All right, because you went
That's different though.
Not recently.
That's a whole like that's lit though. Like if I'm going to casino, I'm outside.
I've been going to the casino for 20 years though. Unless I'm paid to be there. It's like Lil Wayne said in that mixtape. If you see me at a casino, I have been paid to be there.
I hit the casino about 3 times a year, man. See my roulette numbers coming around for me. Matter of fact,
we went to Vegas. I played 3 hands of roulette. They were all 3 losers. I didn't play. I'm done. I'm done. That's it.
True.
Yeah.
I had a little luck last time we went on to Vegas, but the time before that I got cranked. But I guess it's win some, you lose some when it comes to casino. All the odds are stacked against you, so bet at your own risk.
Yeah, you tend to lose more than you win, but that's just me. I'm jaded.
I'm even on FanDuel though. FanDuel ain't getting the best out of me, bro. I'm gonna keep battling these motherfuckers. I'm trying to hit a lick on FanDuel. I need one of those $25,000 tickets you be saying. I need one. I'm coming for it, bro. See
what you doing, bro, is a whole lot like Trey Young. You battling real hard just to be even, bro. Just to be just to be even. Just to be in the middle of the just to get to that 500 record. All that work. Just to be 500.
I'd rather that than be getting cranked. All right.
Hey, yo, son, that's wild.
Funny, bro.
Hey, yo, who you bumps play in the first round?
Nets.
Oh wow, you lucky fuck.
Yeah, they'll probably lose. They'll lose a couple games to them. Guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. Matter of fact, I might check them odds for that first game. I might go check them odds, bro. I'm checking on my damn phone now.
They might steal something. But it don't matter.
Yeah, I got the Cavs in 6 to beat the Knicks.
Hey, I've seen the Sixers lose to lower seeds in the past. So,
we know. But
no, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Joel Embiid wins MVP and lose that series.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, I've seen it happen to them in the past, so I don't put it past them. I think last time was it a 3-6 last time? They got caught slipping. I think it was something like that. They didn't
lose though. They didn't lose. They lost a game. Like you be getting hype over like stupid shit. Like okay, they lost a series game in the series. Okay,
who lost the game in the series? What are you talking about?
They lost a couple games in the Raptors series. They didn't lose the series though.
I ain't talking about I'm talking about what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the Hawks.
Okay. I
don't even know what you're talking about. I'm talking about a series that they lost that I'm referring to.
Okay. Oh yeah.
When they were the higher seed and they took that L to the lower seed. I've seen it happen. Yeah. I've seen it happen. So I'm not so confident in the Sixers' ability to get the job done, especially against a team like the Nets, who I think are playing with house money right now.
That's fine. Well, they're going to win the series. I don't care if they win a game or if the Nets win a game or two. That doesn't mean anything to me.
All right, you gonna put money on that?
That they win the series?
Yeah.
You want to take the Nets to win the series?
No, sorry. Are you going to put money on it, like on the sports books?
I mean, then you gotta. I mean, that's not good money. It's not good money. It's not good money to do that. So, if I just predict them to win the series,
if you know they're gonna win the series.
That's a foregone conclusion. They're going to win the series. The question is, how much are they going to win the series?
Easy money?
Not
The
really.
betting odds ain't worth it. He's saying that the Sixers are what, like minus
They're
400.
minus something on. I don't play stuff like that.
All right, well, okay. You can
That's
break
like
it
betting
down.
on.
If you want to break it down, you play game by game. That's what you're saying. So you can
I
break
mean,
you can break it down game by game.
what I'm saying is the odds aren't favorable for me to want to place that bet.
See, this is why y'all suck at. This is why you suck at betting, because you're supposed to play with this is the thing, bro. Like, everybody wants to play big odds and have plus 200, 300, 400. Bro, I'll be taking the minus 175s, minus 160s. Yeah, let's take those and let's get those easy wins. You gotta take those every now and again, man.
Yeah, maybe you're on something. Maybe that's why. Yeah, you might be on something.
Y'all be trying to cook up them 12-leg parlays, trying to become Jeff Bezos off of one FanDuel hit.
I did a 15-legger today.
And this dude is, and he's advising, and he's telling me how not to stay in the middle of the pack on betting. You probably lost so much more money than you've ever won.
I mean, I'm 50-50 on FanDuel, but in general, I'm probably under a little bit.
Yeah, 15-leg parlays. Have you ever hit it? What's the biggest leg you've ever hit? Parlay.
Maybe 4.
So that's
I got close.
Mildly impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I've hit a couple 4.
3 legs, man.
3-leg is the best one.
I ain't getting bigger. I'm not getting 5, 6, 7 leg parlay. Shit's don't hit. But all right, fellas, I like getting into betting talk, man. I'm a betting man. But good stuff tonight, fellas. Y'all know how we end each and every show, man. Sports for the culture.
Support the culture. We still live?
Yeah, these niggas. How they disappear and then leave us live? That's crazy. Is this a prank?
Nah, them boys is wild.
That's hilarious.